252Movie presents The Comeback, based on the true story of Jesus' death and resurrection. Action!
You're watching the Emotional News Network. We don't just bring you the news, we feel it.
Because sometimes you just need a good cry. You know?
Good day. This is an Emotional News Network special report. I'm completely serious anchorman, Don Slightly.
And I'm his always cheerful co-anchor, Sunny Albright.
We're getting several reports that Jesus, a man claiming to be the Son of God, has been arrested and is being brought before the local governor, Pontius Pilate, to stand trial.
Wait, what?
With more on the subject, we go to our sarcastic field reporter, Thomas Carper. Thomas.
Oh, that's right, Don. I'm here, called back from my vacation a day early. But I'm here in front of the place where Jesus was questioned by high priests and then taken to Pilate. Woo! Earlier, we were able to get footage of a man some claim to be Peter, one of Jesus' disciples. So, we might as well roll that, Don.
One of Jesus' disciples. I'm sure he'll have a perfectly and totally reasonable explanation for why this is all happening, right? Right?
You aren't one of Jesus' disciples too, are you?
I am not.
But he has a follower who looks just like you. Are you sure you aren't?
I'm sure.
My cousin was one of the soldiers who captured Jesus. He said a man who fits your description cut his ear off. That was you with Jesus in the garden, wasn't it?
He told me I would deny him 3 times before the rooster crowed. He told me. No more questions.
Great! All that work and it wasn't even the right guy. Typical, right, Don?
Thanks, Thomas. We'll check back in with you in a bit. Sonny, are you all right? You aren't your chipper self.
Sure, I'm just great, Don. I mean, this is a lot to deal with, but Jesus will figure it out, I'm sure.
Breaking news. Pontius Pilate is saying that he finds no basis for any charge against Jesus.
Oh, and since it's Passover...
Yes, there is a custom that during Passover a prisoner can be set free, so it appears that...
Jesus will be set free! Yes!
Oh, wait. Hold on. We're getting something new. The people have chosen to free a different prisoner named Barabbas. Jesus has been whipped and sentenced to be crucified.
What?
You're watching the Emotional News Network. We don't just bring you the news, we feel it. And we're really feeling it today, folks.
Hello, I'm Don Slightly.
And I'm Sunny Albright.
And the top story today is the crucifixion of Jesus Christ.
And the upcoming burial.
The last few hours have been understandably tense. As reported, Jesus was nailed to a cross and left to die earlier today. Thomas Carper was on the scene.
Thanks, Don. You know, it's pretty hard for something to get to me, but this, for some reason, I've seen things today I never thought I would see. People insulting Jesus, soldiers casting lots over who got to keep his clothes, and finally, after Jesus hung there for 6 hours, he said, "It is finished." And like that, he died.
Sonny, do you want to ask Thomas a question?
What's the point?
Thomas, we had reports that the temple curtain was split in 2 at the moment of Jesus' death. Can you confirm that?
I've heard those reports too, but since I am here, I'm not sure. But I will say, there were some serious meteorological and geological disturbances. The earth shook, and from noon onward, it got really dark.
Jesus' body is being taken to a local tomb to be buried, with a heavy stone rolled across the entrance. It appears that this is the end of the story of Jesus of Nazareth. Come on, Sonny. You've got to get up.
Is this how you feel all the time?
You're watching the Emotional News.
We don't have time for all that. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Don Slightly. This is Sonny Albright, and we are getting multiple reports that Jesus of Nazareth, who was crucified and buried for 3 days, has been seen alive. Yes. Mary Magdalene, noted follower of Jesus, went to check the tomb, and the stone had been rolled away.
What?
Yes, the massive stone. Now, we go live to our reporter on the scene, Thomas Carper. Thomas.
Don, I am standing with Simon Peter, disciple of Jesus. You're sure you're Peter, right?
I promise. That's me.
Okay. So, Mary came to you after she discovered that the tomb was opened, correct?
Yes, it was myself and another disciple, the one Jesus loved.
Oh, yeah, who doesn't love that guy?
Right? We rushed here to the tomb and we found his burial clothes just lying there.
Wait, no body?
No body. We left to find the other disciples, and apparently Jesus appeared to Mary along with 2 other angels.
Could we get a quote?
Yes, Jesus said to her, "Do not hold on to me. I have not yet ascended to the Father. Instead, go to those who believe in me. Tell them, I am ascending to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God."
Wait, so you never saw him?
I saw him that night. Even though the door was locked, he found us where we were. He came inside. He showed us the wounds in his hands and his side where we stabbed by the Roman guard.
He still had his wounds.
Yes. To think that he went through all of that for me, for you, for all of us. He suffered unimaginable pain on that cross to show us all that God walks this earth and he's stronger than death.
What did he say to you?
The Father has sent me, so now I am sending you. Receive the Holy Spirit.
He did all of that, went through all of that
for you.
Wow. I gotta say, Don, after all that, I'd have to have a serious lack of faith to be a doubting Thomas. Back to you.
Wow, what a story.
The greatest one ever told, probably.
Folks, I can't believe I'm saying this, but for those who are just joining us,
Jesus is alive!
yes, Jesus is alive, and because of his sacrifice, because of his pain and suffering,
we can all be forgiven. All of us.
This has been a special report by the Emotional News Network.
I'm Sonny Albright.
And I'm in awe.
No, you're Don.
Right. I'm Don Slightly. Good night. Is this how you feel all the time?